Wild times.
Almost unbelievable.
Yeah. The last time you were here, we were really worried about what was going to happen. And now it seems like we're in a completely different timeline.
Yeah, I have to say, in addition to being just overarchingly worried about what was going to happen to the Republic and to the globe, I was personally worried about what would happen to people like you and me if we lost.
Oh, yeah. Probably wouldn't be so good for business. They probably would have cracked down.
Days I had
like, just listen to how stupid this was, right? I was so concerned about what was going to happen. Under what? Under Kamala. Okay, she's like vice president now, and Biden is president now. What's happening to you now? It's not about what is happening. It's about what could happen. Well, wouldn't they just be doing whatever they could do now if they wanted to do it? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're living in a delusional world. Like, what are you afraid of? You just lived for 4 years under Biden and nothing happened. What are you afraid of right now?
Probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah, in light of what we now know. You know, it's this U.S. aid thing that's going on. You know, Mike Benz has been on that like a pit bull, and I've been following him on X, and he's going to come back on here and kind of explain everything. But he explained it the last time he was here, and I don't think...
Oh, wait. Wrong one, sorry. Jeez.
And I'm in two minds about that, because I think on a free speech basis, unless I don't know the law...
Just for clarity, the second person.
Second person.
Oh, this is a second person that was arrested?
Second arrest.
Oh, second pro-Palestinian Columbia University protester. Okay, so this second person has been arrested before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, are we really arresting people for protesting, or are they protesting and also causing vandalism and violence? Like, what are we saying?
We don't know, right?
All right.
But I think there's...
Because it wouldn't, like, arresting people just for protest. That's like some crazy, almost like authoritarian shit. Like, can we bring up when Kamala and Biden were arresting people for protesting? They were doing that, right? Isn't that...
the legal thing, from what I've read, is very complicated, because if someone is not a U.S. national,
Right.
they may be subject to different rules, or they may not. I think that's a kind of live debate.
It's not really.
But from a purely principles perspective, someone being arrested for writing an article seems extreme.
Keep in mind, nobody serious is debating that, on whether or not they have any rights or not. Like, even the government, I don't believe, was making this argument. The arguments are a little bit more sophisticated legally. Sophisticated. But I don't even think even the government is trying to make this argument that, like, oh no, they don't have any rights at all.
30-year-old was arrested and physically restrained by immigration officers near her apartment close to Tufts University's Somerville campus, where she was a PhD student. 6 plainclothes officers surrounded, how do you say that name? Ozturk?
Ozturk.
As she walked alone. Neighborhood surveillance video appears to show the officers did not show their badges until she was restrained, the video shows.
You're living in a delusional world, streamer Destiny exclaimed, laughing off the fears Joe Rogan and Brett Weinstein had about a Biden-Harris authoritarian nightmare. What are you afraid of right now? Destiny mocked, calling out their paranoia. And fair enough, turns out the authoritarian monster Weinstein and Rogan feared wasn't named Kamala, it was Trump all along. Destiny asked dismissively, what wouldn't they just be doing now if they wanted to do it? Well, Destiny, here's your answer. Trump's dystopian catch and revoke program, where government bots trawl your Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok looking for dangerously unpatriotic opinions. Think about that for a second. Your tax dollars now fund AI surveillance programs targeting grad students and PhD candidates with the audacity to criticize Israel online. Who knew ICE's top priority wasn't cartel members or violent criminals, but campus activists armed only with hashtags and flyers? Joe Rogan himself asked skeptically, are we really arresting people for protesting? Destiny fired back quickly, that's like some crazy, almost authoritarian shit. Yet that's exactly what's happening. No exaggeration necessary. Columbia University students Mahmoud Khalil and Lakar Cordia weren't caught planting bombs or plotting terror attacks. They were detained and deported for attending protests and writing op-eds critical of Israel's actions in Gaza. And Rumeysa Ozturk from Tufts? ICE agents in plain clothes dragged her off the street like she was Al Capone reincarnated, her actual crime, writing an opinion article in a college newspaper. Forget the cartels. America, our brave federal agents are out there protecting us from the menace of peaceful students with inconvenient opinions. Trump campaigned on mass deportations and border security, yet Obama and Biden quietly deported far more illegal immigrants than Trump ever managed. Apparently, tweeting in all caps about the border isn't quite as effective as actual policy. Trump's response to his own ineffectiveness: ignore the actual undocumented people and target your campus protester instead. After all, nothing says law and order like deporting people who actually follow the law. Look, I voted for Dr. Shiva. Clearly, mainstream politics isn't exactly my comfort zone. But right now, if you force me to choose between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump in 2024, I'd grit my teeth and vote Kamala. Yes, even Kamala. That's how infuriating Trump's relentless service to Israeli interests has become. Trump put Zionist Jews first, second, and third, leaving America a distant fourth. When Rogan asked, "What are you afraid of right now?" we laughed. Turns out, America, we laughed way too soon. Is your opinion about Palestine illegal now? Depends. Did an AI bot just flag your Facebook post? Leave a comment below if you think it's insane that our government's new terrorists are PhD candidates armed only with opinions. Support independent voices fighting for constitutional liberties, because at this rate, your local book club might just be next.